Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the wonderful world you guys are watching from. It's Jesse Brower, Jesse Brower's Solar Leads, also the founder of Telecentric. Guys, I'm coming at you from Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I've left the Philippines, no longer scheduling appointments for solar as a service, and I'm focusing on what I have always done best, which is selling solar leads, homeowner data, and dialing software. And for those of you guys who have bought solar leads from me, homeowner data, or a dialing software, those are where the good reviews come from. I, like many others, attempted to schedule appointments out of the Philippines, and I failed at it. You look at Solar Exclusive and Rich Fiola, they had an appointment setting operation out of the Philippines, and they've stopped that. They no longer schedule solar appointments at all. They're just offering leads. I'm no longer scheduling solar appointments either. That is a failed part of the business, and I'll be the first to admit it. That's where all the bad reviews came from, guys. The most success we've had and all the good reviews and most of the money that we made was from selling you guys the solar leads, the data, and the dialing software so that you and your American door knocking teams and your sales teams can get on the phone, call these leads, and schedule those appointments and sell those deals. That's how it's always worked best. That's how I've made the most money and gotten the best reviews. I got a ton of complaints for the call center in the Philippines, and there's a reason for that because it just doesn't work very well. Okay, there's also a reason why Rich Fiola is not scheduling appointments out of the Philippines. There's a reason why, guys. It was my dream to go to the Philippines and to start a call center and to do solar appointments, and I failed at it. So, if you got an appointments order from me and you were unhappy, I would have been unhappy too. It's just business, though. Thanks God for LLC, limited liability company. And if you got a bad batch of appointments from us or an appointments order that wasn't fulfilled, I'm sorry. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing I'm going to do about it. And I think I'm pretty much in the same boat as everybody else that tried it and failed. But where we've had the most success, where we've had the best reviews, where we've made the most money has always been on providing you guys with solar leads, homeowner data, and dialing software so that you guys can get on the phone and do it yourselves. And it works. It really, really works, guys. I've been doing solar leads, for about 5 years. Got into it heavy in 2019, and I've been going hard ever since with just a very short break. So the reason why I'm making this video is just to let you guys know that I am no longer scheduling solar appointments. I am no longer operating a solar appointment setting call center out of the Philippines. It's a failed business. It's a failed dream, and it is what it is. You pick yourself up, you shake the dust off, and you keep doing what works, which is selling the leads, the data, the dialing software. It's always worked. It still works. And solar is making a rebound. A bunch of the solar companies that were in business, that were doing bad business, have gone out of business. And it's a great benefit to the ones who stayed in business and that were always doing good business because they're picking up all the slack and they've got tons of business coming through right now. You hear about solar companies that are doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month and even more than that. These days, you've got companies like Build that's coming out and recruiting soccer moms and everybody and their mother to sell solar. You've got Power still going strong. You've got Freedom Forever. And then, tons of other local, smaller solar companies that have stuck around and continue to do good business. Solar is not going anywhere. It's going to continue to explode. The analysts are calling for a major explosion in the next 5 years, like a doubling of the entire industry over the next 5 years. So if you're in solar, you know this. If you're not in solar, it's a great time to get in. And you're going to need some leads. So what I'm telling you guys right now is I've sold solar leads all over the country. I've sold them, in all the markets that matter, and I have all that data. For an example, right now I was just going through my emails to see what I have in Las Vegas, and I've got 55,000 aged solar leads in Nevada that I acquired in the middle of 2024, sold it for a bunch of money, and I still have that IP address, JRNI token, real solar leads from real advertisements for the Las Vegas, Nevada area. And I still have that file. I'd be willing to resell it for 1,500 bucks. I've got a newer file in the Las Vegas area that was about 90 days old, around SolarCon. I sold it as a 90-day, under 90-day file, so it's probably about 110 days old now. I coupled that with some homeowner data, some dialing software, and sold that for 5,000. I would let that 18,000 record file go for $1,500 as well. Or if you wanted to take both the 55,000 aged solar leads and the 18,000 together, both files, I do both for 2,500, and I'd throw in a dialing software for you. Or if you want some fresher stuff, some stuff that's under 7 days old, under 30 days old, let me come out and just tell you guys I'm cheaper than anybody. The prices that I have beat everybody on the market. You're not going to get them from Jack over at the US Marketing Group or Paul over at the Leads Warehouse. You're not going to get them from anybody. I can do under 30-day leads for 60 cents a record. I can do under 90-day leads for 45 cents a record. And if you spend 5,000 on an order, I can do them for 30 cents a record. That's right. I can do under 90-day solar leads, real ones with the real IP, with the real Jeremiah token for 30 cents a record. You're not going to find it anywhere else. So we've got the solar leads, guys. We've also got the verified homeowner data. And that is what it is. A verified homeowner with a 650 and above credit score, 40,000 and above income, cell phone numbers and email addresses. You can use that for solar, roofing, home improvement, whatever you need. Plug it into the dialer and do some digital door knocking. This stuff has always worked. It works if you work it. And then, of course, we're still offering the dialing software. So you can make calls, to these consumers, to these homeowners, to this solar leads, and schedule your appointments at a fast rate of speed, like 30 lines at a time. We provide the DIDs, the minutes, everything. So whether you need solar leads, homeowner data, or a dialing software, guys, we can get you all taken care of, pretty easily. And all you've got to do is just text the word leads, L-E-A-D-S, just text the word leads, L-E-A-D-S, to 802-349-9386, 802-349-9386. And once again, guys, if you got an appointments order from me and you weren't happy, well, you probably got one from Rich Viola and you weren't happy either. It is what it is, but we're not going to stop selling leads. We're not going to get out of the industry because it's an amazing industry, and I've always done leads really well. And if you get leads from me and you call them and you have your sales team to call them, you're going to get sales. That's how it works. About 2,000 leads, you should be able to get about 30 appointments. That's just the way it is. You can get 50,000 leads, do the math. So Jesse Brower Solar Leads, coming at you from Mexico, no longer doing solar appointment setting as a service, sticking to what we know best. And I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. You can always reach out to me. AT&T roaming works fantastic down in Mexico. I'll get your text and we'll get you going. So I'll just put a little banner here on the screen. Text leads, L-E-A-D-S. Text leads, L-E-A-D-S, to 802-349-9386. Text leads, L-E-A-D-S, to 802-349-9386. And we're going to get you all taken care of, guys. Super excited to be doing what I do best. And let me just correct that. It's 802, not 902. So it's 802-349-9386, guys. And we're going to get you all taken care of with the solar leads. I was doing some research on GPT, and the analysts are saying that the solar industry is going to double in the next 5 years. As many solar installations as there currently are is supposed to almost double by 2030. So if you're not in solar, it's a great time to get in. It's a better industry than it was before, and the leads guys are still going to be here. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to hop on live. I'm going to be doing this a lot more, here in the next coming days and weeks. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a fantastic day.